ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you on my left, the big man weighing 255 from Texas, Rick Davidson. And the prize, of course, $1,000, and here's the man who is undefeated. In a coal miners pole match, he is one half of the championship of the America's Tag Team. Out of the Houston at 214, Cowboy Tom Pritchard.
Welcome to Great Wrestling from the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. I'm Jeff Walton. I'll be with you for the next hour or so of exciting wrestling action the way you want it. And we've got a good one. This is our first event. Rugged Rick Davidson, one of the big men of the ring in the blue tights, if you're watching in color, and Cowboy Tom Pritchard in the short red trunks, if you're not. This is a match that was made by the promoters about 2 weeks ago. Pritchard wanted the match. He said, I'm sure that a good little man can meet a big bad man any day. And that's just what we've got. It's also a coal miners pole match. As you can see, there is a 20-foot pole. Now, on top of that pole, there it is that steel glove. Now, in right by the tape, as you can see, those round pieces are steel or metal washers. They're very thick. They're like screws or nuts, you know, and they're placed in the glove, and they can be used on an opponent. But what happens is a man must get to the top of that pole, take the glove off, and then he is allowed to use it. Now, it just so happens that Cowboy Tom Pritchard, in the hair by Davidson, is right now one of the top pole match wrestlers in the world. I mean, this boy can just climb up that pole like crazy and get that glove. He's won many a match that way, and let's see what happens with this one. So, not only do we have a David and Goliath situation, look at the reach on this Rick Davidson. We've also got a pole match, which whoever gets that gloves, the other guy's in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't want to be in the ring about now, believe me. Your referee outside the ring, there he is. That's the brother, as I was saying. That's Ben Davidson. The Davidson brothers. Side headlock by Cowboy Tom Pritchard, referee in there, red shoes Dugan. Throws him away by the hair, and Pritchard says, hey, ref, you use my hair. You don't use hair in wrestling. To the middle by Rick Davidson. Another kick that doubles over Cowboy Tom. Picks him up with a reverse suplex and backbreaker to the mat. You talk about tough action and big men. Standing about 6 feet 7 inches tall. This boy is big. Takes Cowboy Tom Pritchard, throws his head in right into that turnbuckle. Got a good lineup of wrestling on today's edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. A real good lineup. Coming up, we're going to see the Great Goliath. You're going to see Big Ben. You're going to see Victor Rivera and, of course, Al Madril. Outside the ring goes the Davidson brothers. Let's see what happens here. They look a lot alike. The Wild Davidson brothers. These men just rugged-looking individuals. In the main event, the Golden Greek, John Tolos, will be wrestling. So be sure to tell your friends. A good main event featuring the Golden Greek. Wrist lock, reversal. That's what happens. You got a lot of strength on that wrist. You reverse it, twisting the arm. Pritchard, of course, has a lot of strength in his fingers and hands. He's a judo and karate expert. And, of course, karate means open hand. A lot of strength in his hand. Good reverse drop kick that got a release into the corner. Now, Rick Davidson. The Olympic Auditorium, the home of wrestling action for, many, many, many years. The legendary place, you know, when you talk of the two biggest wrestling arenas in the world, you talk about Madison Square Garden in New York, and you talk about the famed Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, where they present championship fights and, of course, the best in pro wrestling action. Armbar by, Pritchard wouldn't have minded going into the hair there, but he noticed the referee coming around. Sometimes what's into the hair illegally was Davidson, and of course the referee asks him, did you use the hair? Referee Dugan doesn't take too much guff from anybody. He's jolly on the spot. Comes to action. Drop kick, a standing drop kick that takes him down, and Cowboy Tom Pritchard's now ready to fight. Let's go, he says. Come on. I can dish it out as well as you can. Arm whip. Takes big Davidson, whips him across the ring into that corner buckle, and let me tell you, you hit that running, and it's like going into a brick wall. Davidson reverses it, throws Pritchard into that turnbuckle padding. Now going to work, choking on the ropes. Referee Dugan warns him, stay off the ropes. Fine crowd here for great wrestling from the Olympic. Kick to the middle, another mule kick by the Cowboy. Open-handed reverse chop. Now Pritchard coming to life. Davidson rolls out and goes into those front row seats. Now the Davidson brothers conferring. Deciding on a sneaky form of action, I'm sure. The Davidson brothers. Uh-oh, wait a minute here. What's going on? Have we loaded something into that elbow pad? Could be. What do you think, Mark? Mark was busy fooling around with the controlling mixers here. He didn't even see it. I saw it, Mark. He put something into his elbow pad, I think. Have to see if he uses that elbow. Now going to work. Clubbing blows by Davidson. Picks him up again with this reverse backbreaker and drops him. Talk about pain. Whoa, here he goes. Davidson heading up that rope. He's a tall man. He's got an access reach to that glove. Going up there. Whoa, and he's pulled down by the Cowboy. See, this is a dangerous type of match. You try to climb up that pole and your opponent yanks you down. You just can ruin some vital parts falling on that steel cable, as you can see. It holds the ring together. There goes Pritchard. Got him by the trunks, and that's the object of the pole match, to keep the man away from that steel glove. And that glove and that pole is high up there. Punch to the middle by Cowboy Tom Pritchard. And that elbow pad he used something, I'm sure. Davidson, a big man, trying to get to the top. He wouldn't have too far to go because he is very tall. Trying to reach that steel glove. Pritchard sending punches to the middle that are stopping the big man. The big man goes down. Kick to the middle. Cowboy Tom Pritchard now having his way with Rick Davidson. Punches now by Cowboy Tom Pritchard as he attempts to get to that pole and go up and get that glove. There he goes. Oh, held at the leg by the man from Amarillo, Texas. Oh, did you see that outside the ring? A clothesline that decked Cowboy Tom Pritchard. And he had something in that elbow pad, and he just clotheslined the young man, and the young man is bleeding. He is hurt. Pritchard is hurt. That eye has been opened. From the looks of things, it looks like whatever was in that pad just split him open worse. Rick Davidson now, easy access going over to try to get that glove, but blinded by his own blood. Cowboy Tom Pritchard trying to make his way over, gets there, throwing punches to the middle of Davidson. Davidson goes down. He's kicked at the head. He kicks both of them. Pritchard now mad at the sight of his own blood. The Cowboy now going to work, climbs up, gets up to that second straight. Oh, and he's yanked down by the trunks. Davidson just carries him outside the ring and just goes to work on him. Oh, my God, look at this. The doctor should come in here and stop this, but this is a pole match, and that's why it is so dangerous. This is our first event. If you can imagine what's going to happen on the rest of today's card, you're going to be... Wow. Bleeding profusely from a cut right above his eye. The doctor should step in and take a look at this. Oh, and Pritchard is berserk. The fans are yelling, come on. I don't see how he can continue. He's got to be losing a lot of blood. Oh, he tries for a flying head scissors and he fails. Leapfrog, and oh, Dugan is knocked outside the ring. Now it's just Rick Davidson and Cowboy Tom Pritchard. Both of them battling inside the ring. Pritchard bloody, but still fighting like a tiger. There's an elbow. Wait a minute. There comes Ben Davidson. Ben Davidson goes up on top of that top rope. He's climbing up the pole. He gets to the top. He gets the glove. It's the other brother, the illegal man in the ring. The referee is outside the ring. He gives Rick Davidson the glove. Then he goes, what's he going to do? Now he's going to pick up Cowboy Tom Pritchard. Oh, no, I don't believe this. Wait a minute. Stop it. There's no referee. The Dugan's outside the ring, and oh, he hits his own brother. He's drop-kicked. Cowboy Tom Pritchard now has the glove. He takes the glove and hits Ben Davidson. Then he covers him. He's covering the wrong man, but he's covering him. 1, 2. The referee's back in the ring. 3. Cowboy Tom Pritchard, bloody and unbowed, wins this first event. Let's get it officially from Jimmy Lennon, and then I hope to the doctor for Cowboy Tom Pritchard. We got more wrestling, and we'll be back. The great Goliath, who is part of the R&R company, Rivera and Ramos. And his opponent for this event will be the man from the South, Big Ben. There he is right there, fine athlete, good amateur background as well as a professional background, and he hails from South Carolina. And says I come from Possum Hollow, which is just a small town in South Carolina, but he says we are... great little community, and he says we raise all kinds of things down there, and he says I've always worked hard, and he says don't have much schooling, but he says I love wrestling. He says that's my life. I'm proud of it, and I do my best, and the fans are behind me all the time, and I couldn't be happier. And that's a good attitude for a young wrestler that's up and coming in wrestling. Kick away! The great Goliath had a good toe hold on him. He's kicked free. Goliath, again, outstanding wrestler, but rough and knows the tricks. Good hammerlock. Reversal by Big Ben. That caught Goliath unaware. This man has been in wrestling a long time. And I think his greatest triumph came in the late 60s and throughout the 70s when he wrestled with Black Boardman. Together 16 times the America's Tag Team Wrestling champions. He's even held the America's heavyweight title on one occasion. And Goliath is a tough and ready wrestler. There's no selling him short. He knows what to do and when to do it. Hammerlock chicken wing, Big Ben. Side headlock. Ooh, thumb into the eye by the great Goliath. You got to watch out for Goliath. Your referee for this second event on Great Wrestling from the Olympic is Bob Bockwinkel, who is, of course, as I've mentioned before, is the brother of Nick Bockwinkel, the former World Heavyweight Wrestling champion. Goliath now going to work on Big Ben, kicking in the middle. Kicks to the middle by the great Goliath. Going to work and choking now. Both wrestlers standing at the ready. A lot of action in this event. Went into the hair. Goliath's been known to go into the hair, been known to bite. Gotta watch Goliath. He can be... Be very dangerous. Trying to hold Big Ben down for the count. Can't seem to do it. Big Ben now in complete control. Lifts the great Goliath into the ropes. High back body drop by Big Ben. Forearm smash that kind of doubles over the great Goliath. Another one that catches him. Drop kick that sends him down. And now Goliath looks dazed. Oh, a drop kick that missed. One slip, one error can cause a match. Into the ropes goes Big Ben. Whoa, look at this, a roll-up, a reversal, and it's Big Ben for 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, he's done it. He has won. Your winner, Big Ben, in a stunning upset over the great Goliath. Right here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic Auditorium, Jimmy Lennon, your ringside announcer, and he is doing justice to this, our big semi-main event. Al Madril from San Bernardino, California, the man we just saw, against Victor Rivera, the president of the company, Rivera and Ramos. This is a good semi-main event, our third event here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. And this is a good one. And wait a minute, look who's in Al Madril's corner. None other than Big Bad Leroy Brown. This man is huge. And he says, I'm here to make sure that none of Ramos's boys or Rivera's boys try to help in this kind of match. So I'm just going to stay out here and I'm going to just watch. And of course, referee Red Shoes Dugan telling Big Bad Leroy Brown, wait a minute, it's just Al Madril and Victor Rivera. You don't have a seconds license, and you have got to go back to the dressing room. And Leroy Brown says, wait a minute, I just want to sit here and I want to watch the match. He says, okay, if that's it, you sit down, but you just watch the match. So we've got a big, huge argument going here as to what's going to happen. Al Madril says, look, you don't understand. Rivera always needs outside help, and it's interference, and I want a match with Rivera, just him and me, and I got to make sure that my back is protected. All right, Bad Leroy Brown. We've got this argument going, and Rivera's going, no, I want him out of the building. I don't want him in the building. I want him out of the building. Well, you can't have him out of the building, Rivera. I mean, come on. However, I mean, I don't blame the drill for having Leroy there because in the past, Bull Ring and Colosso Colasetti has tried to attack from outside, so anything can happen. This is our semi-main event, by the way. What a good one. This could be a main event in any arena in the world. Al Madril, former Texas State Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Victor Rivera, a two-time 20 Royal winner. I mean, what more can you want? Side headlock by Victor Rivera. Into the ropes goes Rivera. Bounces off. Good shoulder block. Tackle. We've got a razzle-dazzle set up. And, oh, there's an elbow that caught Rivera flush on the chest. Talk about breaking ribs and all that stuff. It's a good way to do it. Now into the boxer's stance. Both wrestlers hook up. Into the ropes. Rivera throwing a punch, and he's met with a punch. You know, the one thing you can't do to Al Madril is do stuff that is underhanded and sneaky because Al Madril, and he will do it back. He's not the goody two-shoes type of guy to let things go. Good hammerlock into the ropes for a break. Steps Rivera. I never sell any wrestler short. I always believe in giving a man credit where credit is due. And Victor Rivera is a wrestler. His tactics currently are very questionable, but he's a good wrestler. Al Madril, a superior athlete, both in boxing and in wrestling. Coming off the ropes, we got a tackle going here, and whoa, a high Rivera down. Rivera now, good arm drag, good takedown. Madril stands at the ready. Madril uses his boxing experience in wrestling, mainly because oftentimes, he's fighting fire with fire, and nobody wants to be on the receiving end of a left-right combination. Go behind by Rivera. Waist lock. See how the hands are interlocked. Reversal. Straddle sneak takedown. Good move by Madril. I like Al Madril. He's a very personable young man. Still single. Has a big collection of Elvis Presley material because he's a devoted Elvis Presley fan. That's his other hobby when he's not wrestling. He goes to many different cities, and he's always looking for new items on Elvis Presley's career. Went over to his home one time. He's got a complete den of nothing but memorabilia from Elvis Presley. Good leg scissors twist, takes Madril down. Madril stands at the ready with Rivera. Rivera, right. I have yet to see Rivera in a lot of trouble. However, as of late, I asked Rivera, I said, why have you changed your scientific wrestling style? And he said, well, it's a very simple reason. I was the America's heavyweight champion, and now I'm not. And the only way to get an America's title shot is to be rough and ready, because the champion's always ducking me. Body slams, first Madril, then by Rivera, kick away. Rivera a little bit disgusted. He's usually quick to his feet and usually the one to gain the advantage. And I think he's met his match here in Al Madril. Like I said, this is a main event you can put anywhere in the world and draw a lot of wrestling fans. However, you are seeing it right here on Great Wrestling from the Olympics. Throws Madril's head into that corner pad. Elbow and shoulder to the side of the head. Punches to the middle. Snapmare, takedown by Victor Rivera. Kicks him, stomps him to the head. Now stomps him right again. This man, when he wrestles, he wrestles. When he plays dirty, watch out. Punch to the bridge of the cheek. Don't punch Al Madril. You're in for a lot of trouble. Believe me. Tops him. Referee Dugan in there. 1, 2, only a count of 2. Don't forget, wrestling fans, for a pinfall, you need a 3 count. Forearm smash to the chest by Madril, trying to get some sort of a release. Now throwing a punch again into the chest. There's a punch to the chest. Now, good arm whip. Beal right to the middle of the ring. Rivera now on the prayer rug. Throws him into the ropes. Body block, tackle. Another one. Madril coming off again. Rivera's there, down, and outside that second strand of ropes. Madril went head first onto the cement. We have a man down and hurt. Referee Dugan telling Rivera he's got to keep back, and Rivera, every time he interferes with the count goes back to 1. Rivera now figures he wants to go outside the ring, try to hurt the man even further. Grabs Madril by the head and throws him right into that corner buckle. That's a metal post, fans. That's not rubber or padded. That's metal. That's... and we got a hurt man. There's no question. He's hurt. Madril is out. Referee can count. I don't think he's going to make it back. I really don't. I can't see how a man, after taking that kind of punishment, can get back in the ring. Rivera now does it again. Throws him right into that steel pole, and Madril goes down. He's outside in those third row seats. And the fans, they don't know what to do to help this man. Madril's hurt. He's bleeding. We got another bloodfest here. Our first match saw Cowboy Tom Pritchard bleeding profusely, and now Madril. Madril is cut, having his head thrown into that pole, and oh no, stop him, referee. He bites the forehead. Oh, that's, I am stunned. I don't know what to say. Tops him now for 1, 2. The doctor should stop this match. He should look at Madril's cut. That cut's right above the eye, on the forehead. Madril bleeding profusely from that cut after being thrown. Oh, he bites again. Referee disqualify him. I'm sorry, wrestling fans, but I hate to see anything like this. That's not wrestling. Knee drop to the throat. Rivera tops him. This is going to be it. 1, 2. Oh, a second away. Madril still fighting back. Look at that cut right above the right eye. Going to work now on that cut. Victor Rivera. And there's a forearm blow to the chest. Now Madril sees his blood. Madril sees his own blood, and he's going berserk. You can tell. Now a punch. Oh, a punch to the chest. There's another punch right to the chest. Takes Rivera, whips him into that opposite corner. Now he goes to work. High back body drop. Madril is just going on his own ounce of adrenaline that's throwing him into that ring. Blood is flowing free from that cut. Back body drop, and Rivera is down. Now a drop kick that sends Rivera outside the ring to the cement floor. Rivera now's the man in trouble instead of Madril, but wait a minute, what's going on? Rivera picks up the timekeeper's chair. He gets into the ring. Madril is distracted. He hits Madril with it. He's disqualified. That's it, disqualified. We got more wrestling coming up. Don't go away.
From Mexico, known as El Adonis de Zacatecas, at 222, Bengali. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 238-pounder, former America's heavyweight champion. He leads in the Beat the Champ tournament. He has 4 points. He is John Tolos.
Here we go, the Golden Greek of Wrestling in the main event on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. This is a good one. You know, we're going to have word about how Madril is doing. Mark, can you find out and see how Madril is doing? I mean, that cut, and I know the doctor was looking at it, and can you get back to us and let us know?
Absolutely, Jeff. I have a call in downstairs now, so this is just a few minutes before we find out for you.
Great, because I'm really concerned about that. We just had a bloody war on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic, featuring Madril and Victor Rivera, and I'd like to know how Madril's condition is. He was hit by a chair, and the cut on his forehead was opened up, and I know the doctors are looking at him. Right now, we are in the main event, featuring the Golden Greek, John Tolos, former America's heavyweight wrestling champion, also United National heavyweight wrestling champion, which he held for quite a while. He lost that title to the legendary Antonio Inoki of Japan, but it was quite a controversial loss from what I understand, and Tolos has still got a legal petition in against it. Right now, wrestling Bengali in the main event. Tolos, rugged wrestler, many years in the mat game. He started his career in his native of hometown of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, with his brother Chris. Together they were known as the Greek-Canadian Wrecking Crew, if you believe that. And they did just that. They scored havoc all along the Canadian borders. Came to the United States. They headlined in Madison Square Garden wrestling, Argentina Rocca and Miguel Perez, and great names in wrestling in the past. And then they decided they would go on their own. And, of course, John Tolos heading to the western part of the United States, the California territory, and has done tremendously well, been tremendously successful, and has had bitter, bitter wrestling feuds with the likes of Earl Maynard and Freddie Blassie and Rugged Don Carson and High Chief Peter Maivia, the late Chief Peter Maivia. There's a knee raker right to the face of Bengali. Don't sell this Tolos short. The man that wrote the dirty book of wrestling is in that ring right now. Boy, I can remember the Freddie Blassie cage matches. John Tolos and Freddie Blassie locked in a steel cage. These two wrestlers have just fought over and over and over, and both men, I would say, have equal amounts of wins. Tolos going to work now, throwing Bengali outside the ring. We got wrestlers throwing wrestlers out like crazy on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Hopefully we'll find out how Cowboy Tom Pritchard, who was cut in our first event with Big Rick Davidson in that coal miners pole match, and how Al Madril is doing. Okay, Bengali tells the Golden Greek, get back. Bengali, you know, Bengali's known for his rough way of wrestling, and in the ring this time, though, he's got a master of roughhouse rules, Tolos. Tolos charging across the ropes. We've got a razzle-dazzle setup, and Bengali now reverses the position, and oh! Bengali's right there. He was going to hip toss Tolos, I'm sure. Tolos taken down with a leg dive into a figure four. Adding the pressure to the right side and right leg. Tolos barely making it to the ropes, or trying to make it to the ropes. Bengali now blocking his way. Now that's a fine strategy move. Blocking a man's way to the ropes so he can't make it. Lifting him by his trunks. Up, Tolos makes it to the other side. Gets the ropes. Automatic break. Tolos tells him, hey, when I hit the ropes, tell the guy to break. Side headlock by El Bengali. Bengali's style is a little bit different than Tolos's, in so much as he knows more about the Mexican way of wrestling, or the fast-paced style of wrestling, up and down as we call it. We had a match recently with El Medico and forgot who his opponent was right now. It was El Medico and someone else, and they used the Mexican style of wrestling. It was extremely fast-paced. In fact, I think the match lasted about 2 minutes. Tolos body slams El Bengali. Sets him up and got a figure four head scissors on him. Referee has to watch to make sure that that left leg is not on the throat. It's got to be on the chin, and Bengali, of course, trying to reverse it. Tolos in the ropes. Tolos can use those ropes as leverage. Bengali trying just to reverse it. He really can't. He's hooked in there. Bengali makes the ropes, gets the break. Tolos goes back to work. Front face lock, headlock. Into the ropes goes Bengali. Tolos ordered to break. Tolos sends a punch into the chest just for good measure. Another punch that catches Bengali and decks him. Tolos now going to work. Oh, a leg split. Inside kick to the thigh. Reverse chin lock, face lock. Going to work with a punch to the side of the head. Tolos backed into the corner. Bengali now going to work. Both men doing their best to try to outdo the other. Bengali climbs that second strand of ropes, asks the fans. The fans say, yeah, I'll punch him. For once, Bengali's getting some cheers here. Good Beal to the center of the ring. Tolos now in trouble. Don't see that too often. But when the tough gets going or the rough gets going, then you watch out for Tolos, because he really is dangerous. Going to work, stretching the mouth. You don't do that in wrestling. Referee warns him. Pulls him out to the middle of the ring. Draped on that second strand of ropes. Punches away, open-handed chop to the throat. Snapmare takedown by the Golden Greek. John Tolos goes to work with a headlock. Clubbing away at the chest. This Tolos is vicious. A very determined wrestler. Wants a shot at the America's Heavyweight Wrestling Championship, and he'll do anything to win it. Anything. Going to work. Headlock. Foot on the ropes. Tolos now back into the ring. Open-handed chop. Oh, good, Mark. Good.
We've got a couple stitches to the forehead, and we understand a fight broke out in the locker room between the two once again. Thank God the stitches did take place, and look, things should be returning normal here within a few days. We should be back in the ring fighting again.
Well, that's tremendous news. That's Mark, our engineer, who, thank goodness, that's what I want to know. And I understand that Al Madril is fine and Cowboy Tom Pritchard are fine, but as Mark said, the fight, I guess, did break out, so maybe we can get a rematch of that bout with Al Madril and Victor Rivera on an upcoming program of great wrestling from the Olympics, so stay tuned for further announcements with regard to that. It's good news. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that.
Bloody wolves.
It's Tolos now against El Bengali. Bengali whipped into the rope. Oh, a knee that doubles Bengali up. Tolos now, as vicious a master of wrestling as there ever was, is in complete control. Rips him down to the mat. Tolos now showing his form, showing his style. The Golden Greek, 238 pounds. Shots to the middle. Bengali now reverses it. Bengali doing what he can to win it. Oh, good elbow takedown. Tolos is down. He's stunned from that blow. Bengali picks him up, slams him to the mat. Now sets him up, dives on Tolos. Set two. Oh, a second away from a win. This is the main event on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Tolos in trouble. But when he's in trouble, he's dangerous. Bengali charges and oh, meets a boot right to the chest. Talk about knocking the wind out of you. That's why these wrestlers are in great shape. You or I, forget it. But these wrestlers, they train, they run many, many miles on the beach. Thumb thrust to the throat by the Golden Greek Tolos, and now Bengali can't breathe even more so. Tolos again with a kick right into the inside of that thigh, rather low as I spotted it. Throws his head into that top turnbuckle. Now Tolos taking complete control, whipping him in there, just whipping him unconscious. Now takes him to the middle of the corner of the mat. Oh, drops him with a backbreaker. Tolos now setting him up for the atomic knee drop that Tolos does well. There it is. You can count to 100. Bengali is out. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, the Golden Greek Tolos. We'll see you more next time with more wrestling.